Welcome to Soccer Spender, where football isn't just a game, it's the stories, the emotions, the legends, and the heartbreaks that make this sport the greatest show on earth. And right now, no story strikes deeper than the one that still ties Lionel Messi to Barcelona, threads of love, unfinished chapters, and dreams that never stop breathing. Long before this intense semi-final clash between Barcelona and Inter Milan was on the table, there was a storm of emotions stirring in the hearts of fans. A whisper from the past that returned with power when Lionel Messi finally spoke his truth. After the World Cup, I couldn't see myself on any other team than Barca, he said, and with that, millions of fans gasped. It wasn't a rumor, it wasn't tabloid fantasy, it was Messi himself confirming what every Barcelona fan quietly hoped for. The king wanted to come home. I had the intention, he added, 5 simple words that carried the weight of over 2 decades of magic in Catalonia. That intention was never just about football. It was about belonging. It was about rewriting a painful goodbye. Imagine Messi walking back into Camp Nou, not as a visitor, not as nostalgia, but as the leader, the spark, the legend in flesh once more. That moment didn't happen, but the desire was real. Messi's words were like a spark thrown into dry leaves. It reignited every memory, every goal, every impossible night that he made possible. And now, as Barcelona prepares to face Inter Milan in this massive semi-final match, Messi's spirit is still everywhere. His shadow dances across the pitch. His name lives in every chant, every banner, every heartbeat in the stands. The players know it. The fans feel it. And somehow, even if he's not wearing the jersey, he's here. But let's bring ourselves back to the reality of this clash. The stakes are colossal. Barcelona versus Inter Milan, a meeting of titans that holds far more than a spot in the final. It's a test of Barcelona's identity. A battle to prove they can rise again in the post-Messi era, while still honoring the foundation he built. On the other side, Inter Milan are no strangers to big nights. They're bold, structured, and clinical, with players like Lautaro Martinez and Hakan Calhanoglu ready to break hearts in seconds. As the game nears, all eyes are also on the fitness of Robert Lewandowski. Flick has stayed silent on his condition, fueling 1,000 speculations. Is it mind games? Or is Lewandowski genuinely uncertain to start? Whatever the case, the tension is thick. But Flick did confirm one thing: Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is ready. And that's huge. With him in goal, Barcelona doesn't just have a keeper, they have a last line of trust. Looking at the stats, Barcelona come into this semi-final with an average of 62% possession across the tournament, compared to Inter Milan's 48%. That control of the game is their signature, but it also leaves them vulnerable on the counter, something Inter specializes in. Inter has completed 86% of their passes, showing high efficiency and minimal risk, while Barcelona pushes the envelope with 89% pass accuracy but takes far more creative risks in the final third. In terms of goals, Barcelona averages 2.1 goals per game in the tournament so far, while Inter Milan sits at 1.6. However, Inter's defensive stats are sharper. They've conceded only 3 goals in their last 5 games compared to Barcelona's 6. Inter's backline, led by Bastoni and De Vrij, has been rock solid, while Barcelona's defensive setup still has occasional cracks, especially under pressing. Yet, no stat can measure what's burning inside those players. Pedri and Gavi won't just be fighting for a final, they'll be carrying the legacy of the greatest midfield Barcelona ever had. They'll be trying to channel that Messi magic, knowing full well he'll be watching. Every pass, every press, every chance created, it's a whisper to the past, a message to Messi. We remember, and we're still fighting. And what if Lewandowski doesn't start? Will Ferran Torres or Rafinha rise to the occasion? Will the new generation of Barca heroes step forward under the lights of destiny? This game doesn't just ask for talent, it demands courage, unity, and the hunger to make fans believe again. Flick's game of silence with Lewandowski may unsettle Inter's planning, but it also pressures his own squad to adapt. The midfield battle will be fierce. Every blade of grass will matter. And behind it all, in the minds of fans, Messi's words echo. I had the intention. He's not here, but emotionally, he never left. Let's talk predictions. This match, by all numbers and form, looks like it'll be tight. Odds makers are split. Barcelona are slightly favored with a 52% win probability, Inter Milan close behind at 33%, and a 15% chance of a draw pushing it to penalties. However, Inter has been lethal in knockout stages. They know how to slow games down and frustrate opponents. If they get an early goal, they'll lock up the pitch tighter than a vault. But Barcelona has the flair, the fire, and now, the emotional backing of history. If Lewandowski plays, expect him to score. If he doesn't, Pedri might be the unexpected game changer. Barcelona 2, Inter Milan 1. That's the prediction. A hard-fought win. A reminder that Barcelona's soul isn't gone, it's evolving. This match is painted with contrasts. Barcelona, the dreamers, the artists, the phoenixes trying to rise again. Inter, the strategists, the grinders, the disciplined storm. On paper, it's tight. Barcelona may lead in possession and accuracy, but Inter thrives on moments. Their defense is ironclad, and their counterattacks are built to punish mistakes. So, when the referee blows the whistle and the ball starts rolling, it won't just be 22 players chasing a win. It'll be an orchestra of memories, hope, and unspoken promises. Barcelona vs Inter Milan. Messi's love story with the club he never stopped believing in. Ter Stegen's return. Lewandowski's silence. And a stadium full of hearts that still chant for a number 10 that will never fade from history. Whatever happens, one truth remains: Messi's bond with Barcelona is eternal. And as this new chapter unfolds, it carries his blessing, his hope, and his beautiful intention. This is Soccer Spender. And this is why we love the game.